Hi, welcome to ERPNext video tutorials.
Now let's see what are items in ERPNext. So an item is a product or a service offered by your company. It is generally referred as product or article as well. You can use item to track finished goods, raw material, consumable, or any other services you buy, you sell, or you subcontract. There are a couple of things which we can cover within the item master. The very first thing which we have is how to create an item and on what basis item naming is done. So let's quickly check how to create a new item. Okay, so I'll go to stock module, and from stock module we can check item and pricing section. Okay, so this is one single item code which we have right now, which is for furniture repair services, which is a service item. Okay, and it's a non-stock item. What do I mean by non-stock item is basically if this field is checked, maintain stock, then it becomes a stock item. If I uncheck this field, this becomes a non-stock item. Means for this specific item, when you make transactions like a sales order, a delivery note, or invoice, it won't have any impact on the stocks. Okay, now let's add a new item. Let's say as a furniture company, what we need to procure as a raw material is say Fevicol as an item, right? Which is sort of a raw material for us. And let's say we maintain its stock in kgs. Yeah, and we want to maintain in stock, and it's not a saleable item, so we need not enter selling rate. And let's save this item. So with this few fields, we have item master already being configured in our system. And let's say we also want to attach a picture to this product. So right from the file manager, we can quickly search for an image suitable for this product and attach it. And this item image would also be fetched in your transactions, which would make it look more contextual. You can disable the item after a point, let's say if you wish to. And valuation rate is something for the stock purpose. So then you can add more detail about this product in this text field, which would be fetched into the transactions as well. You can add item barcode if you want to fetch this item based on scanning any barcode. And if you are using these specific if you're using this specific barcode type, you can also select this, then it will also validate the format of barcode value. Then what would be the shelf life? So you can also put these values. And but in this scenario, you can notice that item ID was generated based on whatever item code which we mentioned here in the item code field. Okay, what is the other option? Let's say if we want to do item naming based on some series, then there is an option in the stock settings. We can write from the stock module also, we can check stock settings, or we can also navigate from the search bar. So right in the stock settings, there is an option called item naming. Do you want to do item naming based on item code, or you want to do it based on naming series? If I select naming series here and save it, okay. So if I just reload my ERPNext instance once and open the item master, and if I try create new item code, then we can see that there is this series here, following which item ID would be generated if I create a new item code now. Okay, so this is how we can basically maintain this series for item codes. Then within the item master, the another important section which we have is the reorder level. So how we can track it within the item master. Let's say the product is Fevicol, and I want to prevent the stock out. And in for that, what I do is I specify that in my store's warehouse, I should always have a say 100 kg of Fevicol. If it goes below 100 kg, then system should automatically trigger a material request of type purchase for this item. Same way I can specify for my other warehouse as well, that in my work in progress warehouse they should always have 50. If stock of this item goes below 50, then it should automatically make a transfer request for the work in progress department or a manufacturing department, so they don't stock out on this. So this is how you can maintain the reorder level for the item. And then you can also maintain the multiple unit of measurement for the item. For example, we maintain stock of this item, the default unit of measurement is kg, but let's say you procure this item in, say, bucket, right? So we can just see if there is an item called bucket. If it's not there, then we can also add a new item, a unit of measurement called bucket, which must be always a whole number. And then we can say that when I purchase one bucket, it gives me 5 kgs. So for one item, you can also maintain multiple unit of measurements. And then we also have a section for serialized and batch items. So what does it mean? Generally, in the case of pharma, for each batch of production, there is a unique batch ID which is assigned. For this particular item which you are procuring or stocking, do you want to track a batch, and do you want to track the expiry date associated with it? If yes, then you check this field has batch number. And do you want system to automatically create a batch number? So it has relevant settings, but in ERPNext broadly, it allows you to maintain the batches specifically for the item which has an expiry date. And also you can maintain the serial numbers for an item. So serial number is generally assigned on a high value item, like when you buy a laptop or a refrigerator or machinery which has a unique code assigned to it, which has a specific warranty period assigned to it. It's important that we maintain its serial number so that we can track at what date we purchased it, and what is and if it is under warranty period or no, and then accordingly avail the services on it. Then it also has variants. Okay, so let's say if you are into business of garments, wherein you say you have one product called t-shirt, right? But that t-shirt can come into multiple attributes. It can have multiple colors, it can have multiple sizes, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can define a template item called t-shirt, and set that item as variant, and link the possible attribute. If needed, then you can also make a new attribute as per your business requirement. It could be length, it could be taste, it could be flavor. So that's something which you can define as per your business requirement, and effectively then right from the template item create multiple variant items, which we have just added. Is this a purchase item? Yes, it's a purchase item. What is the default unit of measurement? We can just put it right here, that we always purchase in kg, for example, or consume in kg. Same way, you can put some supply details here. Is it a sales item? If let's say Fevicol is not something we sell, we only use it as a raw material, then we can just disable this, and then we won't be able to select this item in my sales transactions. Do you want to enable inspection for this item when you purchase it or when you deliver it? Yes. If yes, then you can also specify the quality inspection template on some parameter, right? So you can just put that in the master template, in the quality inspection template, and then link it with the master right here, right? So what would happen is every time you purchase this or every time you deliver, it will give you a notification that you need to do an inspection for this item. If you use this item uh, for manufacturing as well, you can use it as a raw material, which is pretty simple. But if this is an item which you basically give away to your subcontractor for further processing, then you should check this item, supply raw material for purchase. So it's something like for a subcontracting use case.
Thanks for watching.